know I'm starting to stream a little early, but of course, my Mondays and Thursdays start at 3 p.m. So, grab my controller slots for Switch controller. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for keeping me at 200 subscribers for 2 days. I genuinely am upset that I am now at less than that. I am now at 198 subscribers again. I may never have 200 subscribers again. That's a lot for me, you know? Right. Sweet. Sorry if I sound a little mopey or tired. You do realize what it's like when you're depressed to get high on a feeling to just try to escape the depression, and then to have that rug pulled out from under you. But that's where I'm at. I was happy that I was at 200 YouTube subscribers for the first time in a very, very, very long time since the YouTube reset of 2016. And, you know, to have lost that, to have lost the 2 subscribers that were gained over the course of so few days. Just literally overnight. I fell asleep and woke up to 2 unsubscribe notifications. Just, it hurt. I know it'll hurt less the more followers I have. it stung. Because I've been sitting at 198 subscribers for 3 months, stagnated. And suddenly, I was at 200. And I felt like maybe someone might actually enjoy my content. And then I wake up this morning, gone. Like, my YouTube subscriber count hit the point where Facebook was willing to let me host monetized events if I wanted to, where like people could pay for entry and stuff. I wasn't gonna do it, but now that's gone too. And I mean, I was already depressed to begin with, so anyway. If you're a member of my Discord server, please feel free to jump in, join the conversation at a point. If you're in chat, please say hi. I really need the content right now. Because I went from being depressed but okay to depressed, and every few hours my stomach feels like it's going to turn. And it fucking hurts. I am that sad. Moving on. Given the circumstances, again, I will not be streaming very long. Better with short streams anyway, it seems. For this, I'm gonna refresh the wild area and see if it changes any of my my raids. I mean, I probably lost subscribers in response to my tweet that said to Boca Twitter, fuck you. Forward. That could have been it. Could have been backlash from the fact that I am legitimately just trying to make my way as a small creator, and everyone who said they were on my side when I first started, except my boyfriend and people in my Discord server, some of whom have left, can no longer, like, the exception of them, I've got nobody. I am a nobody. A nobody who's put more effort into music and into learning how to become a producer than anyone else. I have ever met in such a short period of time. In addition to not being taken seriously, I'm not even taken as a joke. Because if I was a joke, I would at least be able to maintain 200 subscribers. But no, I'm not even a joke. I'm nothing. The Vocaloid community treats me like a ghost? Fine, I'll be a fucking ghost. Not the happy kind. The kind that... Hey, Rain. Be the kind that harbors a grudge. Oh, and I'm not doing the main raids. I'm doing stuff in the mainland. So you can join in if you want to jump into the Discord chat today, Rain. You don't have the game at the moment, your boyfriend has it in use. I mean, hey, if your boyfriend is around to hang out, like, by all means, he's invited. Stream won't be very long, and it has nothing to do with, like, oh, he's streaming himself. Nice. Is he streaming on Twitch? Because what's his handle? I can add him to my host list. I can lurk in the background. Give him that one extra viewer, you know? I know, but doing to others as you would have others doing to you, right? Even if I don't have affiliate, like, every one person is one more person closer to making partner, right? Because the requirements for hitting partner aren't... Actually, you know what? I actually don't know if I can do that. Can I show you? Hang on. Got any plans with Nebulous, seeing as it's his birthday? Not today. His parents said they had already made plans. So I'm planning on spending tomorrow with him, because I also have tomorrow off. Which reminds me, I will probably only make one attempt at fighting Sephiroth. Like, one attempt of three. Like, probably three set... I'll probably do a run of attempting to do... like, an attempt of trying to do some things. Like, I'll try to, like, go up against Sephiroth a few times tomorrow. But let's see if I can, after this battle, see if I can show you all. But then after that, he and I are gonna spend the entire day playing Smash, and him royally beating me because he is the queen of Sonic mains, you know? So yeah, we're planning on doing Smash tomorrow. Okay, give me a second, I'm gonna tweet something real quick as well. Alright, Santa Scorch's data will be added to the Pokédex. When it heats up, its body temperature reaches about 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. It lashes its body like a whip and launches itself at enemies. Currently playing Monster Hunter and your boyfriend somehow got the new Pokemon game a day early. Yay, congratulations on having Pokemon Arceus in the household. That is cool. Please, have him tell me what it's like. Or at the very least, have him tell you, and then you tell me. Because I want to know. I mean, I'm probably not going to get to play it, but... Give me a moment, I gotta draft a tweet real quick. For all the effort to get to 200 subscribers, ellipses, I am back down to 198. Heartbroken. But I'll keep moving forward. And if I do curl up and cry. He actually hid the game, so I can't steal it. Hey, that's fine, that's fine. Like, I wasn't saying steal it, like, have him tell you what the game is like. So it's like, hang on. Gonna refresh the wild area real quick. Wild area news. Isn't gonna play it until Sunday just to spite you. That hurts. Been there. Let's switch Pokemon real quick. Gonna use Entei. Right, others. But hey, at least, you know, it's got Arceus. Just as soon as he starts playing it, feel free to, like, these two have Monster Hunter to have fun with, and your mom is coming over, so you can't play games anyway. Hey, that's okay. I mean, you're getting to spend time with family, right? Like, I wish I could spend time with my family without it turning into some argument over my choice in partner. You're getting spend time with your mom. That's good. But yeah, some sad news if you didn't catch what I was typing in the tweet, or see the announcement, Rain. I went from 200 subscribers right back down to 198 while I slept last night. What that means is I went from having a bright spot of hope, like where I could, you know, I could guarantee I had, oh, give me a second, let me see if I can turn off, I've turned, okay, followers only chat is disabled, so should be able to, if you're watching on Twitch, be able to type in chat, turning remote only off as well. Starting the battle. Yeah. Remote chat only is off as well, so you should be able to just hop in, say hi. But yeah. Oh no, don't worry, you'll get there. I'm not worrying, it's just this entire month has been one big, long, depressive episode getting worse and worse. How much do you know of what happened on Twitter? Because I know you don't have Twitter, but I've discussed it. Okay. So there are two pretty popular... correction, there are like 5 pretty popular Vocaloid adjacent influencers on Twitter who... 3 of them have done things that are criminal beyond a shadow of a doubt. And the other 2... Who are they? I am not going to dox them. As much as I don't endorse any of their behavior or actions, I don't want anyone ever from my community ever harassing anyone from their community, because they are insanely popular in comparison to me. But yeah, the other 2 are their friends, and I was still following them, right? So I was doing what any sane, small indie producer who is trying to promote their music does, and I was promoting everywhere I could think of and asking for reviews wherever I could think of, including from other producers who were using Solaria, because this was my first song working with Solaria, and it, like, you've heard it, it's the one with Miku, and with Cyber Diva. I wrote it here on stream. Right? And I basically got told that I would never get a review from them because it seemed like I was being petty. And it was like, I'm not trying to be petty. I'm saying, like, there are so many people doing covers with Solaria. It's amazing. But there are so many people doing original music too. Like me. What about us? Right? What are we, chopped liver? I didn't say that, but it felt like it. And I was this close to saying what I have now said on stream, that the Vocaloid Twitter makes me feel like a ghost, right? Well, it started there. And then I actually went into why I'm afraid to do covers. It is a personal fear of the worst possible case scenario involving copyright law. Like, it's the reason why I reduced my streaming to games that I knew for a fact were allowed to be streamed. Like, I only play games that I know for certain are allowed to be streamed by the publishers as a result of my personal fear, right? And me voicing that it was a personal fear was enough to make people think I was trying to gatekeep covers. Get an old move and replace it with Moonblast. Get coaching, I can always relearn it with another Pokemon. Huh? Okay. Anyway. So I'm willing to bet that basically I got canceled, is what happened. I got canceled on Twitter over the fact people thought I was gatekeeping. And I'm like, I'm not gatekeeping. I have nothing against people who make covers. I have no reason to dislike covers on principle either. I'm just personally scared of making them myself because there's a whole laundry list of legal culpabilities that I do not want to accidentally stumble into. Right? You're very cautious about putting your opinion out on the internet. You've already got enough shit for saying you think you shouldn't monetize work you made with illegally obtained Vocaloids. See, here's the thing. That is what... That is what one of those 3 influencers that as I said, did something illegal, did. Like, they, I believe their pronouns are they, this particular individual stole Kofu, and proceeded to upload a cover to their YouTube channel, which they have partner on. And the cover had just original enough of a rearrangement of the instrumental that it didn't pop up in YouTube CID. So they were making money on someone else's song without paying a mechanical licensing fee, which is illegal on its face, but doesn't actually have any legal repercussions unless the original owner of the song sues. Right? And then, on top of that, used an illegally obtained voice bank they obtained well before its release date. This was last year, right? You know which one to talk about. You got offered 200 euros to find them and rough them up, seeing as how they're from the Netherlands as well. Is it the 4 letters starting with a T, ending with an A, with an O-R in the middle somewhere? Is it that one? Yeah, I don't want anyone harassing them or their friends, even though it is their friends who caused that mess. And the mess that I'm currently in. That one. Yeah, okay. So you know. This week, they tried to sell their illegally obtained copy of Kafu. Just for reference on other things they've done. It's like, I was giving you a second chance. I was even about to unblock you. The only reason I blocked your friends this week was because of the fact that they were actively quote retweeting and private quote retweeting me on their alternates in order to try to get me to... Also, it wasn't difficult to find them. Eesh. Yeah, no. Tora had nothing directly... Damn it, I said it. Nothing to do with what I'm currently going through. It's not their fault. However, 2 of their close friends... The Netherlands is a small country. Fair. 2 of their close friends from here in the States... I was still following... And apparently they've had discussions about me behind their back. They consider me to be the most annoying person they've ever interacted with. And all of this, after I had been told from 2 separate sections of the Vocaloid community that I was nothing more than a ghost. They didn't even know I existed. And then, a couple days later, you may have seen it on my Discord, I got notifications from other people who said that they had never listened to my music because they had been actively told not to. And that I was just a nobody who didn't deserve the attention of the fan base. So in addition to that, in addition to basically getting canceled on Twitter, apparently people in the Vocaloid community are telling people not to listen to my music. Even though I have put more effort into learning how to be a producer in the last 2 years than Mothy put into his entire career. Sorry. Still bitter about that. But just because I'm bitter doesn't mean it isn't undeserved. Like, I love Mothy's music. Mothy is part of why I'm a part of the Vocaloid fandom, you know? And then all of a sudden... just because I have put more effort into my music in the last 2 years than any other small producer I know has put in, and in fact, more than most of the larger producers with bigger fan bases have put in, and I've written more songs and more story content in my songs than most of them. And even though I went in hard and wrote an interconnected version of the D&D multiverse where the real world, or at least a fictionalized version of it that is virtually identical, is present, even though I put painstaking effort into my story development, people are still being told not to listen to my music. People are still being told that I'm a nobody. And I'm just done, you know? Fuck vocal Twitter, just fuck them all, like, giant middle finger. Like, I tried to be a good person. I tried to be the bigger person and be honest and upfront with why I am afraid of the things I'm afraid of, and it was used as a reason to cancel me, because I sounded like I was on my high horse, and I was an egomaniac, and I'm like, I'm not. I just want to be a part of this fandom just like anyone else. I want my original songs that I put time and effort into to get at least... The only thing you've ever heard about Voca Twitter is that they are toxic. Good to know that's right. Yeah. I want my original music to get, bare minimum, the same amount of respect as the people who do copy-paste VSQX covers. And I don't even get that. Like, I get a coin toss in the bucket. I barely make $3 a month, at most, off of my music. Some months, I make less. Meanwhile, there are these Vocaloid cover artists who make $20, $30 a month off of covers that they just stole. Like, I mean, Circus deserves the fan base he has. His covers aren't copy-paste. His covers are all, like, handmade. You get making covers if you actually make your own VSQ file out of nothing. Otherwise, I think it's kind of cheap. Yes, that's exactly it. It is kind of cheap otherwise. It's exactly what I was saying. It's like, I want to be treated like an equal. You do it, but it's not monetized. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Like, people with... If they do just enough arrangement work on the instrumental, or do bare minimum, to alter the pitch slightly on an instrumental, YouTube CID won't catch it. I've taken additional precautions to make sure that doesn't happen to my music. Like, I have YouTube CID plus the additional CID protections given to me by my publisher, which scans for altered versions of my music. Which is why I've got the YouTube artist channel. Most of these people don't even do their own arranging. Like, most of these people just take the massive database of VSQX files, copy and paste tuning, and they're done. They just... It's literally, like, even thinking about it right now makes me sick. And, again, that four-letter acronym, when he was releasing Vocaloid cover after Vocaloid cover, after they were releasing so many out over and over and over again, that were obviously not tuned by himself, because, don't get me wrong, the four-letter word producer can tune, and it is an amazing tuner, and can tune, but when it was obvious he was just pumping out content for content's sake, and none of it was getting flagged, meaning he was gonna get paid for every view that wound up getting an ad placed on it. It's like I'm genuinely upset enough that I'm even thinking about it starting to rock back and forth in pain. Because it's making my stomach hurt and I'm trying to calm my stomach down. Like, this isn't about high horse, it's about principle, it's about ethics, it's about there being ethics in music. One can't just be gay and do crime without expecting there to be some repercussions, because, again, although that phrase is a rallying cry, you should at least tune your own things. You've never found a situation in which the tuning for one Vocaloid worked fully on another. That is also true. I will give it this, though. Synth VAI tuning seems to work pretty well with any vocalist. I just don't know why. Yet. Moving on. It's just... that phrase, be gay, do crime, it was supposed to be a rallying cry, you know? It's supposed to, like, bring people together after it had been used as a threat against us. It's AI, it's supposed to work for everybody. Yeah, that's true. What I was going to say was, the phrase became a rallying cry, but it didn't literally mean be gay, do crime. It meant don't conform to societal standards. Which, admittedly, in some places of the world is a crime, but it's not a crime everywhere. And, like, I get some people need to commit crimes in order to get ahead. Heck, if I actually want to get ahead, I'd have to commit crimes. Like, I would have to be completely honest, if I really, really, really wanted to pump and dump into my subscriber count, if I really, really wanted to violate my own personal ethics, I could. But I won't. And I think, and I know I've been told several times, especially by those 5 people, that the only way to get ahead was to do that. Right? And I know they're wrong, but I internalize bullying a lot. And it winds up becoming a weapon, a cudgel against me in my own head. So, I will continue doing what I've always done. Advocate for people who write their own songs from scratch, like I do. I mean, you've seen it. I've streamed it here. I improvise. Like, my most recent live stream of making music showed how most of the samples and shortcuts and loops don't work with how I write music because my music is so freeform. You don't recommend making multiple accounts to sub to yourself. You've done that in the past and will leave you feeling hollow. I don't do that. As I said, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to pump and dump myself. I'm not going to pump and dump my account. I'm not gonna... Like, I am gonna say this up front. If ever my music winds up as an NFT somewhere, it's either because I signed a contract, and that contract required me to make an NFT of my previous work, which I'm not going to sign a contract like that unless I get so desperate that I'm out on the streets starving otherwise. But yeah, if you ever see my music as an NFT, 80% chance that I didn't do it myself. There will be circumstances under which I would, as I said, if a contract involved it. But even then, the one record label who has reached out to me saying they might want to recruit me to work for them, you still need to figure out what NFTs are. They're basically just a means to get people into the crypto market. Like, if you boil them down to their core essence, it is... Or what are they good for? They're not really good for anything. Like, people are utilizing them to great effect for certain things, but at great cost to their own personal ethics. Because if they dislike crypto outside of NFTs, they're defeating the purpose. Because the whole purpose of NFTs is to get people into the crypto market. Like, hang on. Let me switch Pokemon here. I'm gonna use Ho-Oh this time, because I've not used Ho-Oh yet. If you want a good video on it, give me a second. I can, have a video, not that I made by a verified, very popular channel called
patting themselves on the back for
the channel's called Folding Ideas, and the video is called Line Goes Up, The Real Problem with NFTs. Yeah, like, the global stock exchange is less shady, and that is saying something. Like, when you can unironically say that the American stock market and, like, stock exchanges for different countries are cheaper and less shady than something, you know it's bad. And yeah, no, 100%. Rain, I am gonna put this in a DM to you. Give me just a second. Get my... Get that pulled up. RainRed13. Paste the link. There you go. And the reason the video is called Line Goes Up will be made perfectly clear by the time you get halfway through it. It is a full lecture on the history of not just NFTs, but also the crypto market. Because in order to understand the purpose of NFTs, you have to understand the purpose of the crypto market. So, that is a full lecture on NFTs. I will warn you, it starts out with the 2008 housing crisis in the United States, which may not be, like, a very relevant topic for you. I don't know what the, stock market in the Netherlands was like in 2008, but there was a housing crash where the housing market collapsed, which caused what is known as a micro crash. Kind of like when the stock market crashed way back when, only on a smaller scale for the entire country. Your country is thinking about banning both crypto and NFTs. Most criminals use them nowadays. Yes, exactly. And that's, again, as I said, I could. Like, with a single paycheck, mint an NFT. I could. I don't. And, like, I do have caveats to everything that he does say. But here's the thing. Like, if I have to put up the collateral to mint an NFT myself, that's a no. Because I am poor. Like, I could, with a single paycheck, do it. But it would be a waste of a paycheck that could have been spent on rent, or utilities, or paying for some other thing that I need to make music, or licensing fees on covers, or insert random thing that I actually could tangibly use here. It's a waste. And on top of that, it's also used for, as you pointed out, a lot of criminal activity. What are you chewing on, Koo? You're a good sniffer. You're a good sniffer. But don't sniff that, okay? You want to go upstairs with Grandpa, or do you want to lay down here? You want belly rubs, don't you? Yes, you do. Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Sorry. Ow. Just because I stopped belly rubbing you to hit the button? Ah, okay. There we go. Belly rubs. Belly rub. Where'd you go? Head pats. Doggos need attention too. It's very important. Yes, it is. Yep, go upstairs and spend time with Grandpa. Okay. Okay. And yes, this is a 5-star swoobat we're up against here. But yes, doggos do need attention too. It's very important, dude. Woo. Woo. Pets are our children, and we need to take good care of them. I will. But yeah, as I said, I could do something unethical. I just don't. Because I know, just like pumping up the number of subscribers I have by creating fake accounts, it would leave me feeling hollow. I know what it would make me feel like. I don't do it. But I don't do it because I already know. Like, the knowledge of how I would feel about it. Guilty, because I feel guilty about everything else. I would, of course, feel guilty about doing something unethical. It hits. Even before I do it. So that's how I know when I'm doing something wrong. Is if my guilt
before I do it feels so totally overwhelming that I can't see myself ever doing it. It's why I don't make covers without a license. It's why I don't... Like, that plus the whole, I'm afraid of getting sued again. But, like, I'm not sued over covers. I've never been sued over covers. I've never been sued over anything to do with music before. I have, however, been sued over a typo in a police report. I wish I was joking. But yeah, no, like, the combination of the, I know what being part of $1 million lawsuit when you are a person who has literally no money, and literally only got out of it because I was able to convince very kind people to help me, you know, get out of it. Like, I was able to convince a very kind lawyer to help, but I wouldn't be able to do it if I legitimately did something wrong. Like, I had tons of evidence that I wasn't involved in what I had gotten sued over, and that's why they were willing to take the case without charging me anything. But if it was something I actually did wrong, like stealing a cover without a license, I wouldn't get that kind of treatment. I wouldn't get the luxury. You had to take your employer to court once, you were 15, and it wasn't fun. Yeah, no. Like, imagine being called to court in a state that you've never been to in your entire life over a typo in a police report. See, that's where I was at. And it's like, no. I don't want to run the risk of ever having to get pulled into court again, especially not over something that is easily preventable, like, say, me licensing the covers before I do them. Sure, it's $50, but it's $50 that winds up... That can't really happen over here. Yeah, but here in the United States, like, the laws are so poorly worded and outdated that, like, even if you're someone in a different country and you cover a song, technically they can sue you even if you live in the other country, and if you don't show up to your hearing, well... Which is why, again, scared, because US law really frickin' sucks. Really frickin' sucks when it comes to that, because it's, again, outdated. Needs to be updated to match not only the times, but also the world that we currently live in. And so, like, I do everything in my power to not break that particular set of laws because it has something to do with what I love doing, and I don't want to wind up getting in trouble over something that is easily preventable, like, as I said, paying for a license to cover songs. EU laws are good for some things. They prevent a lot of stupid things from other countries. Even if it goes to court, you can stay in your own country because the international court is in the Netherlands. Nice. Okay. But yeah, the United States doesn't have any such protections. Sure, your king may be a total ditz, but at least your laws are sound. Sometimes. But yeah, I'm just genuinely scared of a lot of things that I know I shouldn't be. And it's a lot. Like, a lot. And, like, back on the whole Mothy thing. Mothy released most of his songs before there was ever a music video for them, right? Like, Mothy was able to make it big by being one of the first people who was popular right off the bat, right? I don't have that luxury. Like, he got famous off of other people's fan PVs of his work. And, like, I acknowledge that, right? But me, I don't have anyone who would make fan PVs of my work. Because I don't even have fans. Like, I mean, that's painfully obvious. I've got, like, one or two devoted fans who are responsible for every good thing that has happened to me over the last year or two. Nebula being one of them. And he is the best boyfriend I could ever have, but he started out liking my music. And it was like, oh. And I was like, he is the sweetest person I've ever met, and I'm proud to have him as a partner. But, like, very, very small handful of devoted fans. And I'm not... I'm heartbroken that the very few people I have aren't enough. Like, my YouTube subscriber count went down. My follower count on Twitch hasn't gone up in almost 2 weeks. My viewer average is going up, thank the gods. But it still isn't even to 2 viewers yet. It's still like 1 and a fraction of a viewer on average. And it's like, I need 3. You like your music because it's so different from all other Vocaloid music. Unfortunately, that also seems to work against you. Yeah, it does. A lot. Because I am trying to write a story in song. Like, I am intentionally making a song series that is, in and of itself, the story. Like, you know how Hito Shizuku will, like, write his songs and then write light novels based on them, and then
and then manga will get released. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to make sure that my songs, in and of themselves, are enough for the song series to move forward. You've never heard of that person. On a dark silent night, not a single soul in sight, a villager in the woods, so all alone in fright. That's the most I'm allowed to sing without getting copyright. The Bad End Night series. The Mistletoe Trio. Karakuri Burst. Any of those ringing a bell? The Messiah and the Tower of I. Heard about the Bad End Night series. The other one's not. Okay. What I was singing was from the Bad End Night series. But yeah, no. That producer, their entire business model is they write a series of songs, then they write light novels, and then those light novels get adapted into short-form manga series, right? That's their entire business model. However, I'm trying to not do that. I'm trying to write a series where the music videos and my TikTok videos, and my songs themselves tell the story. Period. Sounds like you need an animator. I do. Desperately. But, like, part of me also wants to be able to pay that animator fairly. You know? Like, the odds of finding an animator on the cheap who I could pay fairly, who's also still cheap, but also, like, good enough to animate just enough that it doesn't wind up feeling generic, that's nearly impossible. So what I decided I was going to do, able to maintain each of the Vocaloids presenting them in each individual song, right? Animating isn't one of your skills. Would have helped you otherwise. Hey, that's fair. Like, I was gonna pay someone to do character designs, and I've got, like, one handful of people. I've got about 10 characters with, like, costumes and stuff. Like, I got about 10 of them lined up that I want to commission. But even though I now have enough money to move out, I don't have enough to also have utilities. I also don't have enough to guarantee that I have food for that first 1 or 2 weeks where I'm living on my own again. I also don't have enough to basically it all boils down to I'm poor. And because I'm poor and only have one set of skills, I only can, well, actually I have 2 sets of skills. I can play video games and I can write music. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else going in my favor. But that way, when I do finally find an animator, right? They would have references to go off of for each character. And that would, like, drastically speed up their process, because then they could use the reference sheet as they saw fit and interpret those designs based on the songs. It's like, that means you have more skills than I have. You're just trying to write music but get stuck every single time. You can't play games on Twitch, seeing as how you don't have an HDMI port on your desktop or a capture card. Okay, it's fair. I'm sending virtual hugs through the microphone. Hugs. Like, I am sorry. That is rough. But yeah, like, I know full well that Vocaloid Twitter is going to treat me like a nobody. Vocaloid Immuno already treated me like a nobody. And the minute I tried to go back to promote even one song, it got removed and treated like spam. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. Vocaloid Amino, do you know what the Amino app is? Basically, the Amino app is a place for fans of different fandoms ages 16 to 21 hang out and talk about fandom. That's its entire thing. Basically, think of, you're like the 80-year-old granny. You don't even know about modern things. Yeah, Amino's been around for a while, but the thing is, it hasn't really left the States. Like, there are people in Japan using it, and, like, people in Korea, but, like, those are very Americanized countries, so, but yeah, no, the Amino community for Vocaloid fans, basically, the last 3 times I've tried to promote a song on it, it's been reported as spam. And then people ask, like, did you see that that idiot tried to promote their music in here again? And then people are like, no. Yeah, because I reported it. And it's like, you know, well, F that. Yeah, it is a phone app. And it's like, well, F that. The Amino doesn't want me. The Twitter doesn't want me. People in various Vocaloid-related Discord servers think I am, to quote the individuals who are responsible for canceling me, the most annoying person they've ever met. And literally, that's the only real reason they canceled me, not because I actually did anything wrong. I mean, they said I was gatekeeping covers, but other than that, it's like, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be respected by the Vocaloid fandom, so why even try? I'm just gonna write my music, and if they think I'm annoying, well, fuck them. I am doing what I can as a small creator. I don't have the time or the energy to continue to be concerned about them right now. That doesn't mean I won't still be sad every single time I see my follower count and subscriber count plummet, simply because I'm trying to promote my own work. or simply because I have my Streamlabs set up to auto-tweet every time I go live. But it does mean that I gotta keep moving forward even if I wind up losing what little bit of influence I have in the process, just trying to survive. And if they can't see it, well then, let me use the one little bit of that song I can sing without getting, demonetized. So let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. To everyone who says that, you know? Like, Vocaloid fandom doesn't want me? Screw them. You know? I'll forge my own path forward. F you very, very much. F you very, very much. Yeah, that one too. That one too. Like, you can do a little bit. It's like... Ugh. I don't have enough soul left. You don't know the other song. Is it relatively new? Yeah, it's relatively new. It's a breakup song. Basically, the premise is the singer is going through a breakup. Her partner is trying to gaslight her. And so she goes, "Oh, let me spell it out for you. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. And your mom." And then it's a whole bunch of things about her partner she didn't like. Everything except your dog, you can all fuck off. You should really crawl out from underneath your rock sometimes. No. Like, seriously, sometimes it's fun being able to tell you about new things. Here, let me see if I can find the name of the song. It goes... Never see again everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. I was into you, but I'm over it now. And I was trying to be nice, but nothing's getting through, so let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, fuck you. You feel like you're missing a lot of things, but you also feel like most things wouldn't improve your life. Yeah. But having another song to sing whenever you want to flip someone off is definitely a benefit. So, the artist is Gale, spelled G-A-Y-L-E, and the name of the song is just A, B, C, D, E, F, U. And it's just the letter U, not Y-O-U. It's just A, B, C, D, E, F, U. The only time you listen to pop is when you're at work and the radio is on. Otherwise, It's Vocaloid or metal. Yeah, this song probably wouldn't be on the radio. Saying the F word on the radio is allowed in the Netherlands. We don't really censor bad words. Oh! Okay, that's something amazing I didn't know. Yay! The Dutch language also has the most curse words in the world. I mean, that's also good to know. I didn't know that either. Wow. That's actually, ow. I literally only have one more round of attacks left. Oh, there it is. It's done. Yay. You have a lot of native ones, but you also like to borrow them from other languages. There. So, like, does Dutch borrow curse words from other languages like English borrows literally everything it is from other languages? I'm just curious. Because if so, that's hilarious, but also freaking cool. Place Thunderbolt with Thunder. Yes, sounds good. It's fair game. We do that for a lot of things. That's why about 10% of spoken Dutch isn't actually Dutch, but borrowed from other languages. Fair, fair, fair. Place flamethrower. Fire blast. Get liquidation and learn hydro pump instead. Yes, please. Hey. Such a stupid language, but you love it because of that. You also have more words to describe the weather than some other languages have words at all. Hey! That is awesome! Oh, I can only imagine what it's like talking about the weather. Like, you wind up having long, in-depth, detailed conversations about the weather, and then it's like, all just some different way of describing how wet it personally feels to you when it's raining, kind of stuff, right? Is that the kind of, like, how the language works? Mostly used to describe rain. No, we don't have long conversations about the weather. Weather conversations usually go as followed. Person 1, what a horrid weather. I know, right? And that's your conversation. And yet, so many words to describe the rain. Ow. Hey, nice to know that weather conversations are just as dumb and just as small and just as uncommunicative in other languages, you know? Like, because that's exactly how weather conversations usually go where I'm from. Like, my part of the US. It's like, God, why does the weather have to be like this? And then it's, I know, right? And then that's the conversation, just exactly like that. So, like, it's good to know there are some things that are universal regardless of language. Send you a vid on Discord that explains Dutch weather. Oh, thank you so much. Bag. Ultra Ball. Oops. Half of it is just a listing of words. Oh boy. I can't wait. Yeah, almost had it. Blizzard's not very effective. One Ultra Ball. Ah. Now it uses Hyper Beam. Not very effective. Hydro Pump. And it fainted. Yet you still know some that they missed. Oh, okay. Keep that in mind. Alright, so I now know that's a Pokemon that I need to catch later. Ultra Ball, hi. Heartstone. I went the wrong way then, didn't I? Here are the raids. Sorry, Obama Snow, I already have one of you. So I need to go this way. That just looped right back around to right here, didn't it? I'm just gonna run. Get away. Got away safely. Okay, phew. Okay. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. I was going the right way, I was just doing it wrong. Yeah, here we go. More story content. Freezington. Oh, hello, what have we here? Another visitor? I'm the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. I say it's surprised to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town, one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of Bountiful Harvest as well? Yes? I never mind, it hardly bears asking. For all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to our sleepy corner of the region. Bit of a shame, really. People come all this way to investigate what turns out to be a fairy tale. Since you've made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington specialty as a memento. The boat-neck sweatshirt. Shirt emblazoned with the likeness of the King of Bountiful Harvest. Afraid it hasn't sold quite well as we'd hoped. You've got a fair number left over. The illustration's based on extremely ancient accounts of the king's appearance, hence the unusually sized head. But we thought it might help make the design look a touch more hip, as they say. If you'd like to see what the king really looked like, I suggest you take a look at the statue by the fields in the center of our village. By the by, while you're here in the Crown Tundra, feel free to let your Pokemon lead Pokemon out of its ball and take it for a stroll. Farewell for now, then. Bye. Over here, Jeronis! Your in-game character looks cold. Yeah, they would be. But they aren't shivering, as you can see. Be hospitalized after this long? Yes, they would. There's something that looks like footprints that I need to... But you gotta admit, the bicycle outfits really don't look like they would, be much warmer. Where is that statue I was supposed to look at? Or protect you very well. No, it wouldn't. But remember, this is Pokemon. Character designs don't change unless the character wants them to. Case in point, up until recently, Ash's costume didn't change much at all. Over the course of several seasons, I might add. Damn. Hi, Swablu. Ash is still 12. His costume not changing isn't that weird. Fair. But wasn't he like 16 by that last season of the original run before the timeline reset and they went to the Alola region rather than traveling around Kanto? No, he's always been 12 and will remain that way. The other characters do age, just not Ash. Interesting. And I never thought about it that way, but you're right. Statue of a Pokemon, but somehow it feels as if it's missing something. Ah, here you are. This pokey little place will be our lodgings. But as of this moment, it's also something far more important, our base camp. I know, not much of a base camp is it, still we gotta give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now enough fluffing about, Jeronis. Let me tell you about what the Peony Exploration Team is after. Around here, they got a fair few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a jetted Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvest. Not to mention, it's a red tree where legendary flying Pokemon gather. Furthermore, great hulking dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something, etc. What I mean? This place is just bursting with juicy legends. We're not stopping until we found just how much truth they got to him. There you have it. We are the Peony Exploration Team. That is our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had my way, I'd be doing this with my darling Nia. Who knows, they even say chancy meetings can lead to blissful friendships. So, here's to a grand adventure, Expedition Chief Jeronis. Ooh, me? Obviously. Look, what do you think would happen if the two of us went gallon off together? My dear Nia couldn't come along for a grand emotional reunion and find this place empty. Just the thought of it, my own darling daughter sitting alone in this room, pining for her papa. Yep, nope, not on my watch. Never let it happen. We'll be on the whole down the fort, Chief. Means you get the pleasure of being the Expedition Chief. Which brings me to this. Go on, have it. Expedition uniform. There we go. Costume change. Look at that. Fits you like a glove. Brought some spare uniforms so my dear Nia could have a few to change into. So there's enough to give you one. You ever need to change or have a kip? By all means. Just head into the bedroom back here. I got some different colored scarves in there, so switch it up. Legendary Clue 1. Clue about the King of Bountiful Harvest. It's written by Peony, and an old photo is attached to it. There's a fairy tale in Freezington about the legendary Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvest. In the legends, the king is said to wear a massive crown on its head, but the wooden statue near the fields, there's no sign of a crown. Legendary Clue 2. Far, far, far into the giant's bed lies a temple where the giant of stone sleeps. On the temple's door, strange words. Let the one. The door remains firmly shut. Tucked inside the slide of the snowslide slope lies a temple where the giant of ice sleeps. The temple's door are strange words. We to get the living statues of snow, I think. Its door remains firmly shut. Okay, so Legendary Clue 3. Okay. They're the legendary clues and meticulously compiled from hours of dedicated telewatching. So why not have a look at that clue about the King of Bountiful Harvest? Seems like the king's bonds with its loyal steed, or whatever you call it, run proper deep. So if I had to name the expedition, I'd call it Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed. What's up with the titles? There's a great big statue of Bang in the middle of the village. Its head isn't as massive as in my notes. Change back into your usual clothes? Nah. No need to change. Time to start investigating the legends surrounding the... Alright. Well, something to help us out. 1 Master Ball. Nice. Got it ages ago from someone I never knew. Never could bring myself to use it, though. If you ever get turned around, come back to base camp anytime. Right. What the heck is up with this? Chief, my pillow's caught your eye, huh? Your pillow? Here, Chief, I got some wisdom to impart. Put your head on to have a kip. It's a pillow. Fortunately, went and left my favorite pillow back at home. I went to have a look around town for something to rest my head on. This out back behind the inn. Can I have it? Come on, do you want to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? That's asking a lot, even coming from you, Chief. What's that? My pillow's got something to do with a legendary Pokemon. Yeah, ultra mega, seriously? Just some old thing I found. Really want it, Chief? Who am I to refuse? Alright, go on, then have it. But better make sure you track that legend down. Obtained wooden crown. There's the tree where legendary Pokemon gather, so I'm guessing that's where we'll find Moltres and Articuno and Zapdos. I already have a Zapdos. There's the statue missing its head. Okay. Crown fit perfectly on the statue. Does it want you to follow it? Why, hello. Garown. Seems as if the mysterious Pokemon wants to test your strength. Want to ready a Pokeball? Yes. Crown. Round. Too nervous to eat berries. Suicune is exerting its pressure. Extra Sentry. Uses Psy Shock. Soon used Extra Sentry. So it uses Psychic moves, so it's probably not going to be very effective. Okay, if that's the case. Zacian. Soon come back. Behemoth Blade. Giga Drain. Very effective. Okay. Sacred Sword. Not very effective. Fainted. Okay, so it won't let me catch it yet. Crown. Crown. Did you have fun? Rio Crown. Ravero, Kara Crown. Recrown, Cora Crown. Crown, Recrown. Wait, what's up? I heard a big ruckus coming from over here. This is now Chief. We're having a Pokemon battle. Huh? What a massive noggin. Rum Crown, Gyra Crown. What's this? Ah! Berg! Oh yes, sturdy body, just as I expected. Hope he doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being. Are you the Pokemon? Oh, I see you've grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. I've borrowed this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude for restoring my statue. Days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, and I was able to bring lush vegetation to land and give them a plentiful harvest, year after year. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has since been lost to the ravages of time. See, it is the faith of the people that grants me strength. Now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength into me, at least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wished you to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvest. I tried asking them myself, if you understand, but they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature, or flew in a mild panic at the sight of me. Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me. Aww. Sure thing, Calyrex. Jotted down the current status on Legendary Clue 1. Calyrex appeared once I placed the crown on the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvests. He can apparently speak to humans by taking over a person's body. Peonies in this case. Now I need to gather more information on the King of Bountiful Harvest from the people of the village. For this, I'm going to return to local communications, so I don't accidentally mix up other travelers with the actual people I need to talk to. Dog, that's something amazing just now. I think I'll give it to you. Bottle of spice mix. So amazing, you better take proper care of it and not lose it. Freezington must be quite a journey to get here. Okay. Carrot seeds. Peace. Okay. I got a few pieces of Dionite ore lying around. Yeah. Over 8. Okay. So go plant those seeds I gave you willy-nilly in the village's fields now. Fields are for our own crops. Pokemon King? Sure, my gran used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale, that. King of Bountiful Harvest, I used to believe it was real, you know? Told that if I made mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. Okay. Noon. Walking along with this fell from above. Bag of pre-cooked burger. Okay. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. You're no help. Thinking about a full harvest, well, if it exists, why doesn't it yield the land around here so we can grow crops for a change? Alright. Bottle of moo milk. Back, you don't know what your boyfriend did, but he doesn't have vocals in Monster Hunter even though he turned them on. Needed my Switch to pick a voice for his character. Interesting. No one here because this is the house we're staying in. Like walking around together with your favorite Pokemon? Right, it's the best. Enjoy walking together all over the place. You decided to have your lead Pokemon walk around with you in the Crown Tundra. Okay. Around the back of the house for that Pokeball. Have it. Ask the people of the village if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvest. So, okay, so can't really stay there. Obviously, that house doesn't remember. Those three don't remember, obviously. That person doesn't want to remember. King of Bountiful Harvest? Why, of course you do. Only the main tourist attraction of Freezington. Imagine we'd see more visitors if only the real king were real. We've asked the people of Freezington about the King of Bountiful Harvest. Time to report back to Calyrex. A human child, I trust you were able to speak to the villagers, so how was it? Did they say anything about me? They said you were just a fairy tale. As I expected, nobody truly believes that I'm real. The land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. No, of course I'm not grieving. Thinking of bountiful harvest after all, I know better than to humans to remember. There's beyond doubt I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. Only my loyal steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Your loyal steed? Yes, the four-legged Pokémon I used to ride across the land. The very same Pokémon that my statue in the village shows me riding. Last, though in ancient times, we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys and over the mountains of this land. Power waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have my doubts about whether it has remained, well, loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my certainly not-so-loyal steed. I would be in debt if you speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you're able to find any information at all, I ask that you let me know. Ah! Chief, what a massive nogginer. Wait, no, it's not normal. Fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. I feel strange, like my body's not quite my own. I'll head back to base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing isn't out here. Gotta find my way back to the mayor's house, then. It's this way, yes? Mayor's not at home at the moment. Have a look at the fields and the giant's bed. Don't look for him if you're in a hurry. Fields in the giant's bed are the southeast of the village. Go through the Frost Point field and just keep on going to the left. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for the day then, if I can't just take care of it all here in town. Go ahead and pick up this large leek. Hope they don't mind that I took it. Yeet. There goes the inventor. Anything to report? Have you got any fresh progress report on this one yet? Got anything else legendary you want to talk about? Right? Like to restore my Pokemon? And they said they have different color scarves. No, 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 not restore my Pokemon again. Jeez. Sorry. My current look. The armband. Right. That. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone exempt, everyone floating violently between the extremes, be safe, be well. You all have a good night. I too as yeah. Won't be here tomorrow and probably the day after till that's fair, Rain. See everyone soon, okay? Tomorrow will be Final Fantasy VII Remake. We'll be in the Sephiroth fight. It will be 3 p.m. Central. I will only be going until 4 p.m. Central because I am going to be playing Smash with my boyfriend because today is his birthday and he's spending time with his family. And tomorrow,